Hello guys, welcome back to the Steve Perez video. So Steve looks very happy and Steve is driving home from the mall and Steve is accompanied by his best friend Eric. And they are driving back home from the mall and Steve went to the mall to get a new suit for himself and Steve bought a new suit for Sarah's wedding. And Steve is very excited for Sarah's wedding and Steve has to pick up more stuff for Sarah's wedding. And then Steve gets home and Steve and Eric are very excited for Sarah's wedding. Then when Steve is about to go inside the house, it is seen that the doors of the house are already open and Steve feels something is wrong. Steve then checks the camera footage and the footage shows three strangers coming to the door at night and trying to break the lock on the door. And in the footage these guys look like robbers and then these strangers break into the house by breaking the door lock. And after watching the footage, Steve suspects that these strangers might be inside the house. Then Steve goes upstairs very carefully and sees that all the furniture of the house is scattered and all the kitchen equipment is also scattered. And Steve is very worried to see the condition of the house. And then Steve gets a note and the note is threatening Steve. And Steve thinks this whole thing has to do with the guy Steve got arrested. And Steve suspects that it might be the servants of the guy who stole my car. And Steve never thought anything like that could happen to my house. And Steve's whole house is destroyed from the inside. Then Steve checks the camera again and the footage shows that the strangers have left after destroying the house. And Steve thinks that they are trying to give us a message by doing all this. Then Steve comes to his room and Steve's room is also in a bad condition. And Steve's room is also scattered and Steve's PC setup is also destroyed. And Steve is very sorry to see the state of his room and Steve is very confused. And Steve has no idea what is going on and Steve starts to worry about his family and Steve starts to get stressed. So guys, thank you so much for watching the video. I have given the link of the official video in the description. You can also watch their official video. See you again in a new video. Until then, take care.